Downtown Austin today. Daniel, he was in town to talk about the case of former Waco attorney Adam Hoffman.
That's right. Talarico has been slamming Paxton for the plea deal that his office cut with Hoffman in this child sex abuse case. Hoffman admitted to repeatedly molesting a child. Hoffman pleaded guilty to reduced misdemeanor charges and was sentenced to 60 days in jail. However, he only served 29 days, less than half that sentence. As part of the plea deal, Hoffman was not required to register as a sex offender in Texas, but he did have to do so in Nebraska, where he now lives. Hoffman is now barred from practicing law in Texas after the state Supreme Court accepted his license resignation this week. Talarico has called on Paxton to release documents in the Hoffman case. His campaign filed a public records request for texts, emails, documents, and internal memos related to it, but he says the Texas Attorney General's office denied that request. At a press conference in downtown Austin today, Talarico vowed to pursue every avenue to get answers about what he says was a sweetheart deal.
Well, I think there are ways to ensure accountability and protect privacy at the same time. And we've seen that in other cases. And so I think the Attorney General and his office are hiding behind the concern about privacy, so they don't have to give us any information. That is a false choice. You can absolutely do both. And that's what we're calling for in this case.
In a statement to KVUE, Paxton's campaign said Talarico and his campaign are choosing to re-victimize this child victim for personal gain. Senator John Cornyn and some of his supporters also brought up their concerns about this case ahead of the primary runoff election. In a letter to state lawmakers back in May, the two prosecutors on the case said that Hoffman's first trial ended in a hung jury, and the child victim decided that he did not want to testify again in another trial. So they felt they did not have a path to secure a felony conviction, and that's why they cut this plea deal to secure some jail time and get an admission to a lesser offense. In the studio, Daniel Pro, KVUE News.